Hey guys, this is William. Part 2 of this game. Sorry, I am having a ton of internet problems right now. I'm going to try to record the rest of this game locally and see if I can manage to finish it. Definitely hope to. Um, okay, so I did 2 read last round. My thinking was now I just want to play as normally as possible, get as many resources as I can. I have a couple options. Order of labor. So this is likely starting player from Wallfly here. After you built a major improvement, move that person to an unoccupied day labor space. Okay. So the pseudo quarry that was available, Wallfly might have grabbed that. I need to grab 4 clay here because if I don't get 4 clay here, it's going to be forever before I can build a room. Um, my hope is to be the first person to build a room in round 8. Although I still need to do a starting player on top of that. I need a starting player and build room to get in ahead of Anise. But, I mean, it should be doable. I wouldn't mind grabbing one of the 4 wood actions. Those are probably the best for me. Oh man, yeah. Internet's being really poor. You can see every time this goes into the red. It's taking forever for my thing to upload, for my board to update. So I wouldn't mind, yeah, 4 wood or 3 stone. Or getting 6 wood. Either of those would be fine. Any of those would be perfectly good for me in this situation. Intel plays Thatcher, so I'll play Baker. No real reason not to. Oh, come on. There we go. I could also just play pottery. Play pottery here would be okay. Would use up the rest of my stone, which is not great, but okay, 4 wood or 3 stone. 3 stone gets me the well. If I play it next round, well is a 5-point card for me and a ton of food. 4 wood though is 4 wood. I think the stone is the pick here. Yeah, so Buying the well means that I don't get stone oven. Hmm. And it doesn't... Stone oven's worth the same number of points as the well for me. But it's probably more useful for my opponents. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to switch over to my mobile. I'll do this move and then connect to the other thing. Okay, so I get 6 wood, so that's pretty good. I could do starting player because then I could build room. I could do starting player and then grab build room and then grow here. And that would be alright. I think though what I do is I do 6 wood and then I do a improvement. And I grow when I grow, kind of. Kind of have that attitude. Alright, there we go. So I'm still recording locally, but my internet should be much more stable now, I'm hoping. Wonder where I should put my phone to try and promote that. Yeah, so I kind of have to decide stone oven or well. They're the same number of points. Stone oven costs a clay, which I get back. Well does not cost a clay, which I don't get back. So the well is slightly more expensive. I get more food from the well. I get probably 3 more food, like 5 instead of 2, because I won't actually bake with this stone oven. Hmm. The well is probably better for my opponents. So do I try to go for both? That's probably a possibility. I could just build pottery here. Build pottery and resign myself to the fact that I'm going to need... Oh, I don't want to do that because Intel. Intel is going to do something. Excellent combo for Intel. Clay supports plus Thatcher. 2 clay, 1 wood rooms. Very good. The other thing is I could give up on building a room, renovate one more time, and build the well with the social climber stone. Will I have enough actions to win if I do that? I'm at 10 wood, which is good. I have plenty of food, which is good. That might work. I'm gonna have a ton of bonus points. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Do a 2-room house. Reno. So next round, I Reno, grab the well or the basket maker's workshop, whichever he doesn't do. Then I still have some stone left over for like slaughterhouse. Yeah, might work. So what Intel did is pretty much best case for me. So I can do 4 wood here, or I can Reno and get the well. I think I go for the well. Oh no, I can't. I don't want to do that, of course, because I lose all my points from the other thing. Okay, so I'll just do 4 wood here. Yeah, so totally forgot about the fact that Clay Curator forces me to stay in a clay house, so that's fine. No big deal. So if Wallfly remembers the draft at all, Oh, actually, we can't force him to starve. I was thinking he's relying on layabout, but he does have Turner. I mean, it would force him to use 6 wood, which would be pretty huge, so I don't think it's a bad move if Wallfly tried to starve him, because Anise needs to do family growth here. So Wallfly, if she's paying attention, can screw over Anise a lot. So I do starting player here, and I'll play Granary, because I want to get that next grain. And I'll pay wood, because then I get a clay and a 2 food. So I think it's kind of cool that I did correctly predict the basket maker's workshop from the speculator. Good amount of food. The nice thing about me getting the granary out here, um, what was I going to say? Yeah, very solid amount of food from the basket maker's workshop. Mm, what I was going to do, I can bake this grain here in this harvest and then sow bake in round 12 or 13 for a nice amount of points. Plus I can bake the second and third grain. So yeah, I'm very in a pretty good spot. Now I do need to get my stuff going. Like I need to get building crap, but I know 6 wood is 6 wood. Pretty hard to say no to that. So I think I should try to get on starting player in round 12 because either family, like I'll probably build and then grow in round 12, like build with one of these in this round, this stage, and then probably won't be able to actually grow until round 12. Yeah. Okay, that's not good for me. Um, oh well, that happens. Hmm. What do I do now? I could build the pottery with this action. If I do, I need to take clay and then build again next round. I could fence and take breeding pair of cattle next round. Yeah, I like that actually. I like the idea of fencing. Because yeah, breeding pair of cattle or 3 sheep, both of them are going to be worth a ton of points for me. So wallfly will probably family grow, so I'll grab 2 cattle. Problem with playing pottery at this point is it means I need to do another clay action to be able to build a room. And I think I want to build a room so that I can, in round 12, first action starting player, second action family growth. And then do plow sow in round 14. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. That cattle's like a 5-point move. So very much worth it here. See, I took a look at my score. I'm sitting at 12 points with 8 bonus points, so I'm at 20 points already. That move put me at 25. So yeah, I'm in a pretty good shape. I do need to take food with this next action, so that's where playing the pottery would be good. Hmm. I can always bake with my 1 grain. That's no problem. That's no problem. I can do that. So I don't actually need to take food. So I could build a room in a stable, or I could plow. So I made a mistake on my fencing. I should have fenced 8 spaces. When I know I'm gonna build a stable, then one of those is going to be stable, so it's very easy for me to do 4 cattle, 3 boar, and then a ton of sheep. So just a little mistake on my part. Um, this was his first pick occupation. Wow, his occupations stink. Might still win, but his occupations stink. Wallfly sitting on starting player with spam has been really good for me. Really good. I'm going to be able to family growth with my first action next round no matter what, because I'll be able to grow ahead of intel. That's quite good. So I can do family growth, coffee break. Nice and easy, 2 points. And a couple food, like 4 food. Really good for me. So my next action could be 2 boar, could be plow. Could be 2 sheep. 2 sheep are as good as 2 boar for me. I could take clay with the intention of grabbing starting player with my first action next round. But I'm not sure I need to, because I don't think I even need to sow my grain at all. I just need a plow action, because I'm going to be able to eat cattle once for at no point cost this game, so yeah, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 bonus points, so I'm sitting at 33, and those are both going to increase, puts me at 35. So I have like 6 actions left. If I average 2 points per action, I should hit 47. I think I can probably do even better than that. So, well, 2 points per action is probably reasonable. Yeah, because I have an easy plow for 3 points. I have a family growth for 3 points. We'll see. That scrapyard plow is going to be really powerful for small house strategies. Like I have probably 3 minor improvements I won't be able to play. Even if I could only use it twice, would have been quite good. Manure shoveler is quite nice. Really good for the end of the game. Oh, I see. He's comboing joiner. Comboing joiner and woodworker and turner. That works. Cool. Pretty good. And he doesn't mind doing just a sow action either. The sow action's worth 3 points for him. So probably Intel's my biggest opponent here. I'm not so worried about Anise. Anise's farm point ceiling cap is really low, whereas Intel has Basket Maker's Workshop. He actually has a way of getting crops, which Anise has not shown one as of yet. So I want plow here, or I want family growth. I think if I don't get plow, though, I'm probably screwed. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Okay, Wallfly is starting player. Okay, I'm good. I'm in good shape. Family growth here for sure. 3 points plus an extra action. Definitely family growth. Surprised Raiding Maniac never came out this game. It's a great card, especially with Grantor. Holy, Grantor plus Raiding Maniac would be really nice, because you can play it as your what you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can use it for your nice 8 food for this harvest, which would be really good. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either way, quite good. Yeah, Intel gets another grain and vegetable. So yeah, I'm not worried about Anise anymore. I'm worried about Intel. Intel's got quite a bit more points. And Anise is going to run out of point actions next round. Intel's not. So he's scoring 33 plus. His boar can breed twice more and his sheep can breed twice more. But he has no other bonus points to speak of, so... Um, sheep is 2 points. 2 points in a food. I could grab clay. Probably just play it simple and grab sheep here. Yeah, I think this is Anise has a kind of a cool combo, but he needs a way of turning wood into points. And I mean, building 4 stables is good, 15 fences is good, but I don't think it's enough. Playing a plow is good, but I don't think it'll be enough. He needed joinery as well. I think he definitely needed joinery to be able to win. I forgot Intel wasn't at 4 people yet. So what do I do here? I can't sow, I can't take crops. I can do a 1 point animal take, or I can do 2 moves to try and get 2 moves to try and get some points. Like I could try to get that fireplace for 2 points, or I could play, a minor improvement or something. This will be 2 moves for 3 points, which I think will be worth it. Yeah. So, sorry about that. I've been eating with the mic on. I've been trying to mute it and be conscientious. Um, yeah, I think taking the clay here is fine because it leaves me with a three. It's going to be 2 moves for 3 points, which is okay. I have more food than I need because I'll have 1 extra boar and 1 extra cattle, which is not great. But the question is, what do I do with my first action here? I think Wallfly is probably going to do plow sow. If Wallfly passes me plow sow, then I do that 100%. But I think Wallfly will probably plow sow. So then I could consider a reed grab. Well, probably first I do family growth because I think Intel will leave his reed grab until the end, and then if I do it, it's probably a 3 point move. Yeah, especially yeah, Intel's feeding a reed here. Excellent. That's what I want to see. So I want to like probably me taking 3 points away from him is as good as me getting 3 points. So maybe in that sense, taking the clay here was a mistake. Might be. Might be. I have 4 actions though. If I do family growth with 1, I do an improvement with 1, I steal reed with 1, and then I'll have a 4th move, which is probably only going to be worth 1 point. Maybe Wallfly will think she's under threat. I don't know. I don't know what Wallfly thinks. It's hard to tell. I imagine Wallfly Renault's here. Intel, plow is only 2 points, so plow, 3 point plow is most likely to come back to me because Anise can't use it. Wallfly, it'll only be 2 points. Yeah. Alright, I'll family growth. I guess fireplace is 3 points, isn't it? Because it's another point for stone or store owner. Store owner, yeah. I probably should have gone for pottery more aggressively. It was worth 4 points for me. I don't know. It's so hard to know what I should have done. Store owner is only going to end up being 3 points, so that's too bad. But my other card is going to be worth like 6 points, so that's good. And he's grabbing more wood, which is food. Not great. What does Intel do here? Maybe plow? Yeah, probably plow to take the action away from me. 2 points plus it takes it away from me, so yeah. It's a fine move. And then after he does that, I probably do a retaliating 5 read take. Do I have the possibility of playing 2 improvements? So fireplace costs 3, and it gets me 1. And then, yeah, so I could do fireplace and then slaughterhouse. Okay, so that would be 2 actions being worth 3 points each. Okay, yeah, I have a lot of decent points left then. I can do fireplace and slaughterhouse, yeah. And then I have reed grab, which is 5 points. Yeah, Intel plows, finally. That's fine. Um, I'm going to hope Intel goes a little greedy. So I'm going to hope that yeah, I should go for my own points most of all. Yeah, it's a 3-point action, which is fine. Oh, and I get food. So Intel might do 2 cattle here. If he does 2 cattle, I think I do 3 breed. Because Anise is running out of points. Anise is capped at like 45 or something. Intel's definitely more threatening. He has much more points. Actually, well, Intel will get a whole bunch when he plays an occupation and fences. Okay, so he's got a lot more points sitting there. Okay, so Intel's now going to be able to reno to stone. So that's huge. Now he's able to reno. So he just gained a ton of points there. So what are his last two moves? So if he eats around 11, did he take 3 reed then? Whatever. Yeah, it might be right. Um, I have a couple 1-point moves here. So I think I go big. Go for the win. Or, nah. Is that even anything? I'm not sure. I could go on so. So might be 3 points for him. But Anise might take so I think that's okay. So he can turn, if he goes on so, that gets him another grain and vegetable, which is 2 stone and a reed. Yeah. But then he doesn't have any points from his basket maker's workshop, so I'm pretty sure I took a 3-point action away from him. Although, if he now does sow, he gets a grain which he sows in a vegetable. I don't know. Maybe he was only ever gonna... okay, never mind. He missed that. He definitely should have done sow bake. Because sow bake gets him a grain and a vegetable, which is much better than the reedstone food. Yeah, mistake on his part. Might end up deciding the victor, actually. We'll see. Unless he has something he needs to spend his stone with. So I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points from my clay curator, because 7 from my miners plus 1 from my house. The requirement of being in a clay house actually mattered for me this game. Otherwise, this would have been an even crazier game for me. But anyways, I have 12 bonus points at the end of the game, and I don't get any more points from that final harvest, unfortunately. So I score whatever I have plus 12. So 37 plus 12 is 39, or 49. I think I said 49 a couple turns ago. What could have gone better at the end there? Well, not getting a plow so could have gone better. But other than that, I think I owe Wallfly some thanks if I win. I'm not even sure that I will if I win. But yeah. Oh, looks like I win. So, yeah, I have to thank Wallfly a lot, I think. What did Wallfly take? So I end up winning by 4 points over Anise and Intel. I think I got helped. I think I got helped quite a bit. Yeah, Wallfly helped me a ton. Wallfly helped me a lot. Just sitting on starting player. Actually, when I only won by 3 points, that makes a huge difference. And family growth coming when it did. Um, oh, I'm not streaming, so I can switch over my internet, no problem. Turn off my mobile hotspot. So, okay, I think Intel made a couple mistakes. I think probably if he plays that end game differently, he can score more. Anis's problem was every single one of his occupations gave food or wood, but he didn't have enough ways of turning that food or wood into points. Like even with 4 stables, 15 fences, and 2 rooms, it wasn't enough. His point ceiling was too low. He didn't get enough points from crops basically, even with the well. Um, Now Intel's scary because Intel could have 2 more points from grain and more points from cattle. And he could have maybe one, two, and he could have gotten a point from his last major minor space when he did Reno. Yeah, because Intel, I guess Intel only got back Basket Maker's Workshop. He could have got points for his Basket Maker's Workshop. Basically, Anise started getting his plowing and his crops going too late, such that he was competing with everyone else for those actions, so he couldn't get enough points out of them to win. Like he scored 45. It's hard for him to score much more. Like unless he gets joinery, which would make a big difference, or if he got 4 stone in the last round at Reno again. But 4 stone is a lot to ask for, especially when Intel and Wallfly could Reno ahead of him. So I have to say though, Wallfly passed me Educator, 100% a mistake, absolutely. I think a building planner might be cool. Um, Yeah, you get a free stable. You get 4 fences for the cost of 2, so you can get a breeding pair up really early, and you get to build a wood room in round 8. But that means you probably can't grow until round 8, unless you have a way of getting reed easier, which you did, so peat moss was okay. Um, yeah, I don't know. Probably, my guess is it would be a mistake, um, because it's educator. On the other hand, my game almost as well as it could have. What could have gone better? Um, I could have got family growth earlier, of course. I needed another plow, so one more plow puts me at 52. But of course, getting that plow cost me other stuff, so I'm really not sure. Probably I benefited. I think Wallfly doing all that starting player helped me a lot because it let me grow ahead of Intel a couple times. So, um, and then also let's look at the draft quick. I took Porcelain Maker first. Joiner's Power 4.0. Wow, that's nuts. That's higher than I thought it would be. Um, I don't know where Porcelain Maker slots in. Obviously, with this draft, Porcelain Maker was the right choice, but I didn't know I was going to get all those great cards that comboed with it. I was thinking Porcelain Maker, Clay Seller, but what did I get back here? Baker? Yeah. So then Educator, obvious pick. Educator is fantastic. I think it's very unlikely that that other card is worth it. That the Wood Builder that Wallfly took, it's pretty unlikely. Well, I think it's a decent card. It gives you 6 wood and it gives you 3 I guess it gives you probably only 1 action actually. 6 wood plus the action back. I mean, it's better than woodcutter or wood delivery man or whatever. So what did I get here? A store owner with porcelain maker. Store owners obvious pick, I think. Um, Surprised Social Climber got all the way back around, to be honest. What did Intel take? I'll have to look at Intel's decisions. Then I got Honor Student, which Honor Student was good for the grain and the vegetable, and it gave me a couple other things. Not that they were super important, but I guess it was Honor Student was 2 food, gave me the 2 food back from playing it, and a grain, which I could bake. Yeah, Honor Student actually was huge. Okay, so I just got really lucky this game. I think this is a game that I don't really need to overanalyze from my point of view because just about everything went right. I had tons of help from my opponents. Um, yeah, like all the miners were great for the thing that I had. Like, yeah, yeah, I don't need to overanalyze this too much. Did I take birthday card? G6 birthday card. Did I have it in my hand at the end? Oh, this family growth without room space. Oh, yeah. No, not that great. Um, yeah, Granary. I got Granary back, so it's just absolutely dream draft. Slaughterhouse was actually worth it for me to play because it was 3 points. Yeah, and actually Millstone. Like, this honestly was a ridiculous game. Like a lot of things went my way. So yeah, I don't need to analyze it too much from my point of view, but I am interested to see. Let's look at some of the decisions Wallfly had to make, and then we'll look at Intel as well. So yeah, building planner over educator. Um, Fence overseer, cattle dealer, forest farmer, building planner. You know you're going to get a good occupation back. I Building planner might be good. I don't think it's worth passing educator. But she said she wasn't comfortable playing with it, so I guess that's the thinking there. Yeah. Here she took tree trimmer. Tree trimmer let her mark the 2 spaces so that she got extra wood. Probably what I do here is I take thatcher, and then early game all you focus on is taking wood. You can pretty much ignore reed, and it makes it pretty easy to build 2 wood rooms with the building planner, I think. Resource lender. Yeah, that's a mistake. Writing maniac's way better. Acrobat's better. Layabout's better. Resource lender. Meh. Honor student. Honestly, honor student writing maniac. It's probably what I look at here. You take writing maniac, hope to get honor student back. It's probably what I would have done. And then she took clay seller over. Well, none of these would be that good, but the thing is, if you take acrobat here, then you have baker. Baker's really good. I know I said baker wasn't that good before, and I'm still not convinced that it's amazing, but with a card like Granary, that gives you grain over time without doing anything. Like, it's pretty good. She took peat cutter here. I like peat cutter actually. I like peat cutter because yeah, it makes building wood rooms easier. Tough passing forest farmer for it maybe, but I passed forest farmer too. So clay hut builder over social climber. I guess when you're building wood rooms, you don't maybe want to do social climber. And then rating maniac last pick. Decided not to play it. Okay, I don't need to focus on these things too much. The miners were pretty weak. Probably you have to take abandoned quarry and then order of labor. I don't think order of labor first, then abandoned quarry is the right decision. That's not the right way to do that. Taking spam that high, should have taken farmer's straw hat. Spam's not great. Honestly, spam not good at all. Unless you have a way of playing miners like every action, then it's like 1 food per action, but no, spam's not good. Dovecoat's good. Yeah. Drained pond over granary. Yeah, that's probably okay. They're pretty comparable because their draft position's a little different. Yeah. Overall, I think not great by Wallfly. Not great. Not a great draft. And on Intel, but I mean I make mistakes in the draft too, and that totally happens. I don't mean to just crap on Wallfly. Like it absolutely happens that you make mistakes in the draft. Okay, like for sure. Okay, Intel, this is really interesting to me. He took Speculator. When I see Social Climber plus Clay Hut Builder, I'm thinking Reno get the well and build 2 clay rooms. Hopefully you get a way of substituting reed for something. Like you get brushwood roof or something, or brushwood collector. Something like that. I think Speculator's good. I think it's probably easy to overvalue though. Manure shoveler. Okay, so he's decided this early I'm going to get 6 animals at some point. Manure shoveler might be really good. It's actually, it is, what am I saying? It is really good, especially if you have a way of doing lots of sows. Yeah, maybe shoveler over writing maniac is fine, especially because speculator needs to be played in stage one. Hmm. But I think if what you do instead is go for social climber, clay hut builder, and then you take writing maniac here, well now you've got a really easy way of playing the social climber, clay hut builder at nice times. So yeah, that's probably the way I would have gone. You Reno get well in stage two, then you just need a way of getting food, getting your feeding going early on. Magician here, yeah. Fence overseer, yep. Fence overseer is quite good, makes sense. Thatcher over social climber. So here he's thinking fence overseer plus Thatcher is a decent combo. I still think clay hut builder and social climber should have gone together, but I didn't take them together, so. Hmm. And then acrobat over writing maniac. Yeah, these guys undervalue writing maniac, I think. Writing maniac is excellent, especially when you see golden rose. Golden rose lets you play your occupations late, and you save all the food from them, and yeah. Hmm. Yeah, golden rose, of course. Clay supports here. Yeah. Yeah, with Thatcher, clay supports is pretty quite easy pick. I mean, with acrobat, maybe you think about straw thatched hut, but clay supports plus Thatcher are too. It's too easy. Wood's way easier to get than grain and a grain plus a foods. Yeah, I like that. Um, Here he went for tithe barn with the fence overseer. That was fantastic. Great combo. Study spurt lets you play occupations at the start of the next two rounds. Um, yeah, it's pretty. It's really good. I think it's really good. Saves you actions at key times. Lets you get cards out that go together, like scholar or social climber scholar or something like that. And here's where he took haystack, so he's totally committed to that six animal farm. Buried treasure. It's fine, I guess. Probably I would take field extension over buried treasure. I think field extension looks good. Looks really good. I mean, it's like field, but you don't have to pass it and you don't have to pay food. It's really good. And then scrapyard plow. I think scrapyard plow is going to be very highly rated. I think it's a really strong card. So yeah, good game. I've talked for long enough. Um, Thank you very much for watching. Sorry for those of you who are watching this live. Obviously, I had internet problems. Um, Hope to see you guys next time.